Hello, this is the face of someone who just got done with her first workout with her new trainer and it went really well. Well, first of all, hey, it's Nyemade, or That African Butterfly, here with another Losing Weight Sucks vlog. It's interesting because I was supposed to film another one of these telling you about my new revamp of mind and all that stuff, and I didn't. Because I wanted to wait and get into it. Like, you know, I, in so many aspects of my life, am like, don't talk about it, be about it. So I just wanted to wait until I was ready to be about it before talking about it again. But the workout went well. It's so hard for me with these workouts to not get on myself about where I am in the workout versus where I feel I should be, especially as someone who used to be really active when I was younger, tennis, track, all the good things. And now my workout is swinging my arms in a circle 10 times. And you know what? That was hard. Not hard, but it was hard. I was sweating, I was breathing hard, and I was like, this is my life. The person who used to do like suicides across the tennis court as warm up, I am now standing and swinging my arms in a circle, and that's where we're at. But you know what? That's where we're at. That is where we are at. And part of my new mindset is going from where I'm at and just going from there instead of constantly being like, oh, you know, I wish I was there, because wishing I was there, dreaming about being there, wanting to be back there, none of that's gonna get me back there. What I have to do is stand and swing my arms in a circle and have that be exhausting and have that be tiring until that becomes not my workout, but my warm-up. And then I can go. Like, I didn't wake up and was the person that used to be that super active. I worked my way up to that by doing sports and doing things like that. So I need to work my way back up to that again. It's not to do it from where I currently am. Which stinks, but you know, we're in this together. If you're watching this, thanks for still watching this. I know that, you know, I've fallen off the wagon a few times since I started this vlog. And that's life. And you know, part of me almost wanted to go back and delete the other ones. I'm like, oh, there's like 2 years of videos of my face looking exactly the same. Embarrassing. But you know what? That's my journey. And the whole part of sharing this is not so people can go, oh my God, look at her, she's so amazing. It's to be accountable for my journey. And part of my journey is I have been roller coastering for 2 years. Like, there's parts in there where I was like on it and lost some weight and then got back off. And that's part of why I have a trainer now, is because I really had to be like, listen, you want to be that accountable person, but you're not. Wish you were, that's just not where you're at. And you know full well that you do best when you have a trainer, when you're held accountable by someone like that. So that's where we're at. And it's good though too for me. It makes me stay on track. It has someone who's tracking my workouts and increasing it, and it gives me like good motivation. So I'm looking forward to it. I started working with Corey. I'll tag his Instagram below for you, but I think it's like Hard Body by Corey. I don't wanna mess up the name, so I'll tag it below. But he's really great, super personable. He did a great job of, because you know, the thing with trainers too is that you, like, as much as, you know, they're there to work you out and get you going, you're still interviewing them too, because you need to find a trainer who's a good fit for you. And I've had trainers who weren't good fits. But I'm really looking forward to this partnership, because just in our first workout, he did all the things that I appreciate from a trainer. He counted for me, but also talked to me through it. Like, he could tell when I was like, whoo, and he gave encouragement when I needed it. Which is important. He talked me through some of the things I was feeling, which is definitely something I appreciate trainers, like that level of knowledge where they're like, this will get easier because this will happen and this will build, you're doing muscle memory. Like, I love that stuff, partly because I'm a nerd and a brainiac, and I'm not, I wish I was a brainiac, but I'm a nerd. So I like knowing those things, because honestly, like, those are the things that will, in my mind, I'll talk myself through them in those hard moments. Is like, it's okay that this burns. It's like the acid in your things, and it'll get better, and then it'll be easier. Like, I will say those things in my mind, so I appreciate that. So, and I have to take pictures of my meals and send them to him, which is good for me also, because that is the hard part. And we even talked about that. You know, that's 80%. Working out, sure, but if you're eating crappy, not much is gonna happen to improve it. So yeah, I'm ready to go. I also was gonna hold off on this until I look decent, but you know what? That's not what this is about. This isn't about me looking cute. If you wanna see me looking cute, I have a whole Instagram page of cuteness. This is about me getting in the work to look and feel good, and most importantly, to feel good. You know, there's so many reasons for weight loss, and the reason that I find that always gets me back going in it and keeps me going is when my reason is living, you know? When I really think about, like, listen, have you ever sat and watched your 60-something-year-old mother play with your 3-year-old nephew and think, I wish I could do that? And you're only 35? Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could be lapped by many senior citizens right now. And it would be one thing if it was like, oh, well, you know, I have a disability or I have something holding me back. When it's literally just that, like, I'm too fat, like, I can't. And I have done a good job. I am proud of myself of not letting my weight hold me back from making career changes, pursuing different things I want. Like, I really, truly am proud of myself, deserve all the claps on the back and flowers to myself for pushing past my weight to create a life that I love. The problem is that we are now at that part where I'm hitting where, okay, like, you're creating this, like, you're making a name for yourself, you're doing the things that you love, you're getting control of your finances, but, like, now I'm at the point where really, literally, my weight is a barrier between what I want to do and where I currently am, you know, because I can work my ass off to make this great career for myself. And, you know, now, like, if people want me to do, like, speaking engagements and things like that, that's awesome. Except, like, I don't want to be sweaty when I get there. I want to be able to stand for more than, like, 5 minutes to talk to a room. I love training. I love, and I'm putting together training materials. And while, yes, I'm happy that the quarantine has caused so many things to be available through Zoom, love that, I don't want that to be my only thing. And I started this before quarantine hit, not because I wanted to be a Zoom person, but because I wanted to travel and speak and travel and talk to people and travel and train. But that's really hard right now. So we need to fix that so that it's not so hard. That is my goal. You know, I love traveling, not just for work stuff, but to live. Like, I love, like, exploring new cities. I love hiking and things like that. And I can't really do any of that stuff right now. You know, like, if someone handed me, like, $10 million today and said, go live the life you want, I'd be real limited. And that sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it's just tough. Like, realizing that is the, like, that you have really worked hard to change your mind in so many aspects and really worked hard to sort of try to create the life that you want, and you're doing it, right? Like, I truly can say I love my life right now. I truly can say I love the life I've created for myself. But it's not perfect, and no one's life ever is perfect. But one barrier that's stopping it from being, like, next level is a barrier that's completely within my control. So let's control it, you know? So just giving you some insight into the conversations I have with myself. I talk to myself a lot, but it helps. But yeah, so my main focus, like, yes, is to get the weight off, but it's to just feel good. Like, I just want to feel good. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to, like, have to make myself feel better after I get sick. I want to prevent the sickness from happening in the beginning. And whether that's, like, something large or something small, like, I get migraines, and I'm sure some of that, if I changed my diet and exercise, would help with that. Now, a lot of mine are, like, from sinus pressure and things like that, but there's still some of it that I'm sure I could control. So I just, like, as much as, you know, I deal with mental illness, so, like, with my depression, one way I really try to work to offset that is to really fill my life with things I love and, like, little things I love around me, so that when I'm down, I can be like, oh, look at that thing, it makes me happy. And, like, I deal with anxiety, and I can't really control my racing thoughts, but what I can control is certain things that I know trigger my anxiety. So, like, I'm trying to work on my timeliness because I know being late stresses me out. So if I can, I try to control it so I'm in a calm mode. So I feel like if I am so strong-minded enough to restart a whole new career for myself in my 30s, and get to where I have been in the past 3 years just because of the strength of my mind. And if I'm able to deal with my depression and my anxiety because of the strength of my mind and controlling the things that I can control, there's absolutely zero reasons why I can't put all of that into my physical, my diet, my exercise, like that. There's just no reason. And I was texting my trainer this morning. I was like, listen, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's really what it is. So, and I know some of you watching this, like, oh, we heard this before, like a year ago. And you know what? You did hear it ago. And you know what? When I said it then, I meant it then too. So, who knows what the future holds? I can just tell you how I feel right now, which is that I feel good. I feel amped. I feel like I want to do this. And I feel like, most importantly, I've been really honest with myself about where I am and also what I need to succeed. So it's not even just, I know what to eat and what to do. It's like, I've also put in place, like, I even told Corey, I was like, listen, on the weekends, they're rough for me. So, like, just acknowledging where I am and acknowledging where I need help and putting things in place to help me during those moments, I think is really what's going to help me succeed next. That, and also, like, changing my mindset of, like, even when I start to think like, I have to do this, I will quickly go, I get to do this, because that's what I had to do with some of my anxiety stuff that my therapist worked through. Like, when I start thinking certain things, I have to stop and ask myself, like, what about this is true? What about this isn't true? So now I'm doing that same mindset revision with my health and diet stuff. Like, instead of like, I have to work out, like, I get to move my body for a while. I have to do this. Well, I get to do this, which will prepare me for that. So there it is. These probably won't all be as long, and I will still try to at least check in after my workouts, because hopefully I'll be riding high on those endorphins, as they say. And that's the other thing. We're doing virtual workouts right now because I know me, and I know if I had been like, yes, let's do in the gym, it causes me anxiety. Like, oh my God, I have to work out. Like, I can't even explain the stress it causes me, especially at this stage. I know, because I've been there before, I will get to the stage where I'm like, gym time. Yes, because I do. I like competing with myself. I like feeling myself get stronger. I like feeling myself get faster. I love those feelings. And part of what's holding me back is just getting through this, like, having it be a struggle to do like the littlest things. But I know eventually I'll get back there. But I just really had to be honest about where I am right now. And where I am right now is virtual, because it takes away the excuse of having to get in my car and go out, and it takes away the anxiety to the point where I'm like, okay, we can do this. Because if I had been like, we had an 11 o'clock gym appointment, my whole morning would have been just misery, thinking about having to go, thinking about it, get out, like, versus it was like, okay, I just have to put clothes on and turn the camera. I mean, the hardest part about getting ready for my workout today was putting on a bra. So if that's what it takes to get me going, I had to be honest with myself about that's just where I am. And I told my trainer, I was like, we need to do virtual for a while. And he's like, I got you. We'll get to the gym, but we'll start where you're at. And I very much appreciate that. And I think that being really honest with yourself is a huge key to success. And actually, I don't think it, I know it. And I know it because it's what I've done in my career and on my work end. And now I just need to do it on my health and physical aspect. So that's my main thing, is like incorporating the things that make me successful in my other arenas of life into this, my Achilles heels arena. Like, I will not let this be an area that I like talking my shit too much to have an area of my life where I cannot overcome it. You know what I mean? Like, especially since over the past few years, I've really worked on getting to the point where, like, yeah, I am that person. I do that stuff. I am on top of it. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I like being able to talk my shit and back it up. So I would like to add that to this aspect of my life too. Like, I want to be the total package, my version of the total package. Everyone's version of their total package is different, and being larger does not mean that someone is not the total package. Like, I'm still fantastic now, and I built a great life for myself now. And if I personally wasn't the type of person who wanted to be more active, I'd be like, leave me alone. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm doing all the things. And I don't judge people who say they are, because everyone knows what is for them. But I know what is for me is the streets that I hear calling my name. So like next summer, I want to be out and about again. I want to be having fun with my friends. I want to be doing all the things. So I do love being home. I'm not gonna lie. I love my isolation in my hometown, but I do also enjoy being out as well. And I want to stay home because I want to stay home, not because the alternatives feel so much harder and I'll be so uncomfortable wondering like, do the chairs have arms? How far is the parking lot to the event? Like I don't worry about any of that. I want to decide I want to do something and be able to just do it. So that's where we're going. I know this has been a longer video than normal. They won't always be this long, but I just had to get those things off of my chest, and I'm going to keep on keeping on, and I will be back. Put below how you're doing. You know, I know we're getting close to the beginning of the new year, so a lot of people are like, new year, new me. Well, I want to hit the ground running. Like I love New Year, new me. Don't get me wrong. I love the feeling of hope that comes with the New Year's. I know a lot of people complain about it, but I love it because the world can be like, ugh. And if anything makes you feel like you have a little bit of hope, even for a little period of time, I love that for people. So I never discourage that. But I want to hit the ground running. You know what I mean? Like I want to be leveling up 2022. You know, I've done the groundwork. I've put in the time in other areas. I'm ready to level up in my career. And so I want to also level up in this area as well. So first we got to hit the ground running, and we have to start now to put in the groundwork to level up. So that's the goal. We're just going to keep trucking along. Let me know what you're doing below. Let me know how it's going for you. And I hope you have a fantastic day.